Cory, always a pleasure seeing you, man. I've
Always good
asked
to
you
see you
this
too.
before, and I'm going to ask this again. Are you channeling George Michael?
See,
Because everything I see in the videos or I see your post or whatever, I swear George Michael is living inside of you or whispering on your shoulder or something. What is going on here, man?
you know what's so funny, Rudy, is my mom once went to a psychic. She's sometimes into this woo-woo stuff. And the psychic told her that in some way George Michael was going to be connected to my career in some way. And then he died.
Really?
So I don't know what, but maybe this is it. Maybe this is it. We always thought because back pre-pandemic opened up for Boy George. We thought that
Mhm.
maybe the psychic screwed up George Michael with Boy George, and that was the significance. But
No.
maybe you've pegged it. Maybe this is it. But I adore the comparison and am flattered, and uh, that's the best I can ever be compared to.
Okay, well that explains something. But the thing is though, I mean, we're very good friends. I've followed your career. It has been the last 3 years where you have really been not just outspoken, but can I say F you world? This is who I
A
am
little.
and this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I would say that that's probably accurate. I think um, as you get older, you kind of realize that you don't care what anyone thinks unless they're paying your bills. So you can kind of get away with saying or doing whatever you want. And also, I'm a little less unabashed about things and a little more comfortable. I think obviously regular therapy also kind of helps in bringing you to a place where you understand yourself more and everything. So that would be accurate. Yeah, I think I'm sort of I mean, I was never in a shell, but now the
No.
shell has been destroyed and burned.
Yeah, no, definitely. Is it reflecting in your music?
Absolutely. Yeah. So Hide, the new single, is actually sort of about thank you, being in a situation where someone accepts you or likes you, but then you realize as you look back that they were just providing you with a space to hide who you are and be like protected with them, or you can interpret it a bunch of different ways, but especially with Toronto Pride happening this month, I wanted to sort of reach into identity and the notion of hiding. In the video, which will be coming out the same day, I'm wearing a pink triangle, which is the thing that the Nazis made gay people and like LGBT people wear in the Holocaust to identify them because they were also victims in the Holocaust. And then I'm also in the video wearing a Keith Haring shirt, which he's a famous New York artist and activist who sadly passed away from AIDS. But I think sort of trying to use these tokens as a message, especially now with what we're seeing in the climate down south, that it's important that we sort of come out and no pun intended and be forward facing about our identities and who we are.
You know what? It's funny. I wasn't sure if I wanted to talk to you about or ask you about what's been going down in the South because the South is affecting what's going on up here.
Of
And
course.
me as a black man, I feel it even more with all this craziness. How are you seeing and feeling this? Because it's literally getting to a point where, man, I am so looking
It's
wherever I go and whatever I say and whatever I do.
It's disgusting. I mean, we're recording this just after Juneteenth, and from what I saw, the president, if we can call him that,
Yeah.
said that was complaining on his social media platform about how there's too many federal holidays, and it's like, dude, it's Juneteenth. Like this is, and like, of course, this is the day he says that because he's a famous racist from the old country. So, like, what are you gonna say? But I think it's scary and it's also a time where people, if they have a platform or even people in their day-to-day lives, should speak up, speak out, and we can't allow this sort of blanketing of culture and of of race, of sexual identity, of orientation, of a million different things to occur because it's just, and I have faith that the human spirit won't allow it. And I mean, it's
Yeah,
hard to believe we're only 6 months into this.
I know.
Um, yeah, but I mean, I purposefully try to avoid looking at the news if I can, because anything that's super important, I'm gonna find out about because usually like it comes up in conversation or you do see it on social media somewhere. But I try to stay away because I've the first little while, like the first term, I went completely nuts about it. And then this time I'm kind of like, I can't allow this in because if I do, that's all I'm gonna think about all the time. And I'm sure it's distressing for you to watch yourself.
Man, I try to make sure I know what's going on
Yeah.
without it sinking in. It's the same thing with the Diddy trial. I can
Oh
only
my
look at
gosh.
so much on that, and then I'm like, okay, I can't have this in my system anymore.
You know,
I can't do it.
it makes you feel sick. Like the last thing I thought we'd be talking about is the Diddy trial. But no, it just it makes you feel sick and yeah, it just can make you really
Yeah.
unwell.
Okay, let's flip the switch because here's the thing. You've been releasing a lot of singles. What's
Yeah.
happened with an EP or an album?
So I have a full length album that is done. Um, and yeah, so it's a sophomore album. Feels weird to say. And it is probably coming in September. Hide is the last single that's coming from this album. So I've released 6 singles from the album in total. I don't want to share the name of it yet,
Mhm.
but it's going to be pressed on vinyl too, which I'm super excited about because this will be the first time that I've ever done a vinyl release. So I'm really pumped. I'm super proud of this. And I work with Gavin Bradley almost
Yes.
exclusively. And I think we've come up with something really different and something that has a lot of heart. So I'm excited to share it. And I think I make music mainly for me, and then if other people like it, that's great. But like, it's something that I'm really proud of. So
Well, I'm always proud of and love your music too. But because it's summer, as we speak, summer's officially coming up.
yeah,
Um, and usually that's when people record Christmas holiday songs. When are we getting one from you, man?
you've asked me this.
Yes. And
I
I will
just
keep asking until you do it.
Well, I know, but the thing is, it's not happening this year, and
Why?
because I have to find a producer who will do Christmas music. Gavin has kind of said, I've had it with Christmas music. I don't ever want to do another one again. And he had that big hit with Serena Ryder, Calling to Say, and it was
Yeah.
a big Chris, and it gets played all the time in Canada. Um, and I think maybe he wants to go out with a bang when it comes to like he got a lot of recognition for that. So I think maybe down the road, but it's not a priority right now. Also, like I know that you like from an artist perspective, it's smart financially to like create something that comes up every year. But I'm like, it has to be authentic. And I think that's a big part of the music I make. It's like it's very much from me. Like I write everything, I produce everything with Gavin. Like it's my voice. And to do something forced just isn't something that comes naturally?
Okay. I will give you that. I will give you that. Podcast. What's going on with that, man?
No podcasts. No
I
podcasts.
know.
Yeah. I'm really just taking a break from I have a tendency to put my hands and fingers in a bunch of different pies
Yes.
and kind of overwhelm myself with a lot of different activities. And I'm starting to learn that, doing that, although it can give you a great list of accolades and accomplishments, you can burn yourself out, and you can also sometimes not be giving your best version of yourself in everything if you're doing too much, right? So I'm trying to sort of channel and do things at my new acquired pace. And yeah, I mean, also podcasts. Do we really need another white guy talking about his opinions on a podcast? Like, I think we're good. Like I can step back and let people who actually have views that are maybe a little different than mine take the stage. So yeah.
Okay. So Other than music, is there anything that you still feel you need to accomplish?
Y yes, I want to write a Broadway play. Um,
Oh,
but like, not even if it doesn't get on Broadway, like I want to write a musical. Okay. I want to write a book of some sort. I don't know what that looks like, and I feel like I have to probably have another 20 more years of struggles before I can really. I mean, I've gotten X amount of years so far. But I think, people's stories aren't really interesting to me unless, they've lived a full life. Like I'm talking 60, 70 years old, you know? And then I sort of want to know the whole thing. I want a book from you, is the truth.
duh.
But
I don't know if that's ever going to happen right now, but I've been asked that, and I'm like, we'll see, we'll see.
before you kick it, Rudy, you better, because I'm sure there are so many stories of the years on the road and like interviewing people and all the media work you've done. It would be a page turner. I know it.
Well, Bill Lishka's already done that, so and his book is fantastic. So I don't know, maybe one day. You never
Well,
know.
put a pin in it. Don't let that idea slip.
In the meantime, the rest of 2025, even though we know we've got an album that's going to be coming out in September, what else is going to happen?
So when the album comes out, I want to do sort of a launch slash listening party,
Yep.
potentially with a couple performances, but I haven't decided yet. And that'll probably happen in a record store downtown. Um, One of my favorite record stores is Dead Dog Records.
Mm,
So I'm sort of in preliminary um, feeling out the situation to see if it's something we can do. So that would be sort of the main thing. And then who knows, like maybe there'll be some sort of showcase in October, November if I get bored. To be honest, it's a lot of work to prep for shows. And
yeah.
I'm the more time passes in my life, the lazier I get. So like we'll see. We'll see.
All right, man. Well, we're looking forward to everything you're doing, and we keep saying it, but we got to do it, man. Let's get together for lunch or dinner. I
Would
would
love it.
love that. Congratulations on the new single,
Thank
and
you.
even more important, man, congratulations on following your dream because from day one, that's what we've talked about. And every
Mhm.
time we've spoken, somehow you've chipped it away and you've created something, which I am so happy to be able to be in some small way part of that, man. Congratulations on your
And
success.
thank you, but thank you for always being such a pillar of support, like for me and for so many other indie artists and people in the industry who sometimes don't get their voices heard. You give people opportunities, so that's invaluable. So I'm grateful.
Big love, my friend.
Love to you too.